Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever stopped to think about how your decisions are influenced by the sneaky tricks advertisers use? I'm your host, Toddy Todd, and I'm about to take you on a wild ride through the land of psychological manipulation. First off, let's talk about attribute framing. I remember back in the day when I strolled through the grocery store, I'd see ground beef labeled as 75% lean. And you know what? That sure as hell sounded healthier than 25% fat. But here's the kicker. It's the same thing. Research shows that 71% of people chose the 75% lean option, while only 44% chose the 25% option. Can you believe that? So next time you're on Tinder and you're writing your profile, write that you're 65% lean instead of 35% fat. Now let's dive into price framing. Imagine you're shopping for a snazzy new pair of pants. One store's offering you 50% off, while another one's offering you $25 off. If it's off $100, then you get $50 and $50 is the same thing. Which one seems more appealing? Turns out discounts presented as percentages led to a 38% increase in sales compared to absolute discounts. We're suckers for percentages, folks. It's like telling your spouse that you will vacuum the house 50% more often. She may not care about the actual numbers, but she'll definitely appreciate the effort. And don't even get me started on temporal framing. Short-term gains, such as feeling more energetic and happier after a workout, are more effective at motivating people to stick to an exercise routine than emphasizing long-term health benefits. This suggests that people prioritize immediate gratification over long-term benefits, similar to choosing a one-night stand over a committed relationship. Now let's talk about social comparison framing. Picture yourself in a hotel room with a sign that says 75% of guests in this room have reused their towels. Suddenly, you're feeling the peer pressure, right? Well, that sign led to a 26% increase in towel reuse. We're all just sheep following the flock, aren't we? Or in this case, a bunch of wet towels. Let's now move on to emotional framing. Advertisers love to tug at our heartstrings with nostalgic ads. And guess what? It works. Participants who viewed a nostalgic ad were 22% more likely to report a favorable attitude toward that brand. Remember the good old days? Yeah, when advertising didn't control our emotions and our parents still paid our bills. Scarcity framing is another classic trick. Limited edition products have a way of making us feel very special, and a study found out that 61.5% of participants bought the limited edition item, while only 28.8% chose the regular available version. Can you say fear of missing out? It's like when you hear about an exclusive party and suddenly you're dying to get in, even though you have no idea what it's all about. And let's not forget about format framing. Bigger fonts for discounts can boost sales up to 24%. Who would have thought that font size had such power? It's like when your date uses all caps in your text messages. You can't help but think that they're yelling at you, but they just wanted to make sure you'd pay attention. Anchoring and adjustment framing is a sneaky one too. Show a high price item first, and suddenly the cheaper one looks like a bargain. Participants were 23% more likely to buy the cheaper one in this scenario. What a mind game. It's like when you meet someone who's a total jerk, and then the next person you meet seems like a saint, even if they're only slightly better. Lastly, loss aversion framing. Fear is a powerful motivator, and participants were 51% more likely to buy extended warranties when potential losses were emphasized. We just can't resist protecting our wallets. It's like when your friend warns you about your date's crazy ex, and then suddenly you're more interested in them. You want to know what you're up against. Now that we're aware of these advertising tricks, it's time to challenge ourselves and take control of our decision making. Ask questions and remember Benjamin Franklin's words. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Share this knowledge with others and continue to learn about consumer psychology. Let's become smarter consumers and make better choices based on our needs and values. The power of choice is in your hands. Take charge and choose wisely. And always remember, trust your gut, but don't be a fool. Use your brain too. This is Todd. your host of the Daily Heuristics, signing off.